Eat, sleep, damage control, repeat. Eat, sleep, damage control, repeat. Eat, sleep, damage control, repeat. You get the idea, people. And you know, it's funny because while some gamers are begging for games and begging for people to buy those games, we have other people who are wondering what new video cards will be powering PC gaming at 4K, 1440p, 120 frames per second. Nah, you get the idea. PC Master Race problems, people. PC Master Race. But back to the damage control and back to the kings of damage control, the Nintendo fan base. Those dick-eating morons. I mean, you know, the guys that act like everything is fine, everything is okay, everything is perfectly fine. But yeah, if you criticize Nintendo or you ask for better, they will go apeshit and jump down your throat. These guys will jump down anybody's throat who wants better or demands better. Don't believe me? Don't believe me in my own experiences? Look at a guy like Shokyo. Shokyo says that Nintendo should be providing XYZ. They should expect ABC. Why don't we have 1, 2, 3? It should be a standard. It's 2014. And what's the result? A bunch of corporate slaves proclaiming for Shokyo to stop crying, to stop complaining, that he's ungrateful, that things are fine, he's a nitpicker, nobody cares, etc., etc., etc. And yet, anytime someone brings up something that should be improved, this is the typical response, the typical reaction from the Nintendo fanbase on YouTube, which is to be expected because they are a bunch of dick-eating clowns. Now, if you want online Super Mario World 3D World, if you want online Hyrule Warriors, if you want online in Pikmin 3, if you wanted online in New Super Mario Bros. U, then yeah, this is the reaction you will get. Ungrateful, nitpicking, bitchy, whiny. You're just a gamer that doesn't know how to play games and enjoy themselves. And yet, it's funny because they only act this way when it comes down to Nintendo games. If a third-party developer were to release a game without online, unstable frame rate, game instabilities, and things of that nature, then oh no. Nintendo fans are not going to buy that. Oh no, hell no. You're going to hear people cry, complain, bitch and moan, and then they're going to say, we're not buying it, we're not supporting it, this, that, and the other. That's how it is, people, and it's funny how there is such a clear divide and a double standard amongst the two. Nintendo does something wrong? Well, you know, they cannot do anything wrong, people. There is nothing Nintendo can do wrong. Nintendo is love. Nintendo is life. They're completely perfect. And yet, this is exactly the problem. Because when a third party does something, these Nintendo fans say, why should we buy this game? When Nintendo does something, they, well, you know, they don't give a fuck. They'll go out and buy it anyway. And this is exactly why nobody takes you clowns seriously. This is why developers, the industry, you name it, does not take the Nintendo fan base seriously. This whole Operation Platinum movement, it will fail. It will fail. The second you have to start a movement for people to buy games, it's going to fail. And to be honest, this whole movement is based around hardcore Nintendo gamers, not your average gamer, not your average person, not your average fan. People that frequent YouTube and frequently damage control on YouTube. That is not a whole lot of people. This game will be lucky to reach 500,000 sold. It will fail just like the Wonderful One did, and that's my prediction. Now, I encourage you to go out and prove me wrong. Please, prove me wrong. But hey, I don't think you will, and at the end of the day, at least we can get a laugh at all the excuses you morons will end up making in the end.